By the time radio and television stations across the country crowned Smokey Robinson a legend, a crucial part of his story had already been quietly sealed away. It didn't fit the polished Motown narrative. It was a story tangled with loyalty, regret, and a connection that never fit neatly into one category. Smokey and those closest to him grew up together, rose together, and watched an entire cultural movement form around them. To the public, they were collaborators and symbols of an era, but behind the scenes, the lines were far more complicated. For years, Smokey deflected questions, never fully confirming or denying what many suspected. Now, decades later, with little left to protect, he finally lets a truth slip, subtly confirming a story that had lived in whispers for generations. Born William Robinson Jr. on February 19, 1940, in Detroit, Smokey was raised in a working-class household where money was scarce but love was present. His parents divorced when he was young, and at just 10 years old, he lost his mother, a loss that reshaped his life. His older sister became his guardian and emotional anchor, while music became his refuge. Singing in local Detroit groups, he found comfort in harmony as the world around him shifted. The nickname Smokey, often misunderstood, had nothing to do with his appearance. It came from his godfather, Uncle Claude, who affectionately called him Smokey Joe after taking him to cowboy movies. By adolescence, the name stuck and would eventually echo around the world. Behind Smokey's gentle voice was a family history shaped by fear and survival. His father, William Robinson Sr., grew up in early 1900s Alabama, where racial violence was a constant threat. As a child delivering newspapers, his wages were repeatedly stolen by a white teenager. Unable to seek help without risking deadly retaliation, he endured it for years until one confrontation forced him to flee on a train, never returning home. That legacy of fear and resilience quietly shaped Smokey's worldview. In 1955, still a teenager, he formed a doo-wop group that evolved into the Miracles. Everything changed when he met Berry Gordy, who recognized Smokey's rare songwriting gift and became his mentor. When Gordy launched what would become Motown, Smokey and the Miracles were among its first stars. Smokey quickly became more than a performer, he became the heartbeat of Motown. He wrote hits that defined generations, including Shop Around, the label's first million-selling record, and classics like My Girl and The Tears of a Clown. He helped guide young talent, including a confident child prodigy named Stevie Wonder. By his early 20s, Smokey was named vice president of Motown, shaping not just songs, but the soul of the label itself. Yet behind the music, personal struggles followed him: addiction, infidelity, and complicated relationships that blurred the line between love, loyalty, and betrayal. In 2025, Smokey Robinson's legacy faced its darkest reckoning. Multiple former employees filed lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault, abuse, and labor violations, allegations he strongly denied. As investigations unfolded and new accusers came forward, the story grew into a sprawling legal battle, threatening to redefine how history remembers him. Still, amid the controversy, another truth resurfaced: his lifelong bond with Diana Ross. Growing up just doors apart in Detroit, their relationship spanned decades of friendship, mentorship, romance, and regret. Smokey eventually admitted that Diana was the love of his life, a confession that quietly reframed much of Motown's inner history. From neighborhood kids to global icons, their connection ran deeper than fame, deeper than music, and far deeper than the public ever truly knew.